Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Grim Dawn. And since last time, Worlds of Visions has messaged me on YouTube again with the message that if I want to keep the mobs off my character, to use a couple of certain skills on my pets. Well, you'll be happy to know I finally got it. And I have started working on that. So, we'll go into the skill tree real quick. He's been saying that I need to put a couple specific skills on pets. It took me a little bit to realize that these were in the skill tree. One of them is Ember Claw, which, as you can see, I have a few points to go before I get to it. I am at 15 on occultist. I need to make it to 20. So I have to have at least 5 points in occultist before I can even access it. And then I'll be able to get Ember Claw. On the other hand, I was able to pull enough points from other places to put them in Shaman to get her to 20. And we have put 2 points of Ground Slam on the Briarthorn. And we're going to do a little testing now to see how well that works out. So far, not bad. Seem to be doing a little better.
That skill's not ready.
So far, it's working out pretty good. I'm sure it'll work even better once I have some more points in it. But so far, it's working pretty good. Getting a nice bit of iron bits from this, just for a test. Grab that. Nothing down here. Lot of chests.
My inventory is full.
Our inventory is full. Already? Holy smokes. I must not have remembered to clean it up from last time.
My inventory is can't carry anymore.
Ugh. Alright. What are we moving? Where? Get you the space you need. There we go.
My inventory is full. My inventory is full. My inventory is full.
We're gonna have to go back to town already.
My inventory is full. My inventory is full.
I know your
Can't carry anymore.
I know your inventory is full. If you quit saying it. There's another chest. Just another random chest. Certainly got her fair share of coin from this. Alright, back in town, and I'm going to talk to the vendor real quick. Alright, so we have cleaned out our bags somewhat, and it looks like we have a couple of notes in here. Writings of Rion the Scholar, second entry, and Jaren's travel log, second entry. So, Jaren's log. Last night we reached the Badlands around the Valley of the Chosen, where we made camp along a jagged ridgeline. Just over the crest, as far as the eye could see, the harsh volcanic landscape was dotted with tomb entrances and monuments whose golden inlays sparkled in the bright moonlight, all of which were centered along a main corridor of grand burial crypts. It was equally exhilarating and daunting sight, as I was not looking forward to traversing volcanic rock and leaping over molten rivers. And I have to say, there's been some strange going-ons as we draw nearer to our goal. This morning I could swear that the earth itself shook me awake, and in the last fitful moments of sleep, I dreamt of being consumed by fire, sinking deeper and deeper into an endless ocean of flame. As I jerked back to the realm of the waking, I saw Maul sleeping like a freshly suckled pig, clutching his empty rum cask like the teat of a generous mother. It must have been in my head, perhaps an anxious dream brought on by the anticipation of the final leg of our journey and the riches that might be buried in the valley ahead. But later, as we broke camp, I noticed something very peculiar. We arrived last night, well after sunset, and I would have bet my life we made our camp at the foot of a massive statue. This morning it was missing. I was dumbstruck. Not only was it gone, but there were gargantuan footprints leading away from it, like those of a man wearing heavy boots, only many times larger. They were deep, and the stride was long, as if the statue had just walked away, walked off into the night, or some massive man had slung it over his shoulder and made off with it. When I told him all, he seemed surprised at first, but then brushed it off. He insisted there was no statue, that the full moon played a cruel trick on me. I think he saw it too. I'm certain of it, but he's so focused on finding treasure that he won't admit to any distractions. If that weren't enough, as we made our way down into the valley, I could swear I saw an entire caravan of men and women dressed in long gray robes and heavy armor off in the distance. They were traveling northward along the ridgeline next to the tombs, chanting as they went. By the time I got them all to stop gaping at the gold inlay on the temple door we were going to pry open, he missed seeing them entirely. I feel as though I'm losing my mind, but I'm quite positive we are not alone here. I don't suppose it matters much at this point. We've reached our goal, the tomb marked on Amal's map right beneath our feet. This one among so many supposedly holds grand riches. Perhaps once we're inside I can breathe easy, away from all the weirdness happening out here, if we could figure out how to get the damn thing open. Why do I get the feeling that did not end very well for them? Ryan's notes. I arrived today at the heart of Carbon City after a grueling 3 days of travel, a journey which began on a high note as we traversed the lush oasis just beyond the walls of the Cairn docks. The Carbon capital is something else entirely. Lush stands of palms grace the shores of flowing streams fed by subterranean springs, which bubble up from the depths with an irrepressible ferocity. In the midst of a stark desert, it is truly a sight to behold. I've been told that this once source provides the cleanest of waters in the region. Apparently, an entire class of water merchants exists, with the sole duty of collecting the life-giving nectar from there and distributing it throughout the land. This is also where I had my first exposure to the curious and deep-rooted faith of the religion. My traveling companions, the daily caravan from Cairn Docks to Carbon City, insisted that we stop at the temple, known as the Sanctuary of Haran, positioned in the heart of the oasis. It was apparently crucial that they stop while the burning sun was at its highest point, the prescribed hour to observe a daily ritual in which they give thanks to their God for his mercy and pittance. I can understand why a culture surrounded by such harsh and unforgiving lands would be grateful for whatever it is that has graced them to create such a stunning civilization. However, I quickly learned to be wary of these rituals, as the prescribed hour for worship is not one, but several a day. I know now why the journey to Carbon City takes 3 days. On the second day of our journey, we passed through a smaller city on the outskirts of Carbon. This was truly an unusual locale. It appeared to be more temple than practical residence. I surmised it is the center for religious practice, perhaps where the local faith's most devout followers can go about their various rituals unhindered by the bustle of Carbon proper. Just beyond the temple city lies a vast network of tombs. I was told by one of the caravan drivers that previous Carbon leaders and powerful devotees of the Carbon faith are buried there, along with countless precious relics. Apparently the valley was chosen as a burial site because the boiling hot blood of their god flows close to the surface there. I suspect there is an ancient magma flow passing beneath the valley, perhaps the remnants of a long-dormant volcano. These revelations are quite curious and worthy of further investigation. I shall hope to learn a great deal more about this faith, its practices, and practitioners during my time in Carbon City. And that was Ryan. Okay, so here's Ryan for second and final entry. And he greatly enjoyed his time here. And we have the first and second of Jaren's travel logs. Alright, now that we've read that, and I've noticed that I'm getting items now that are for level 55. So this one is minimum level 50, minimum level 50. This is minimum level 55, minimum level 55. A couple things in here that are within my level. But yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of things that are several levels higher than Miss Winvera. Wow, I can't even pronounce her name. Maybe I should have given my character a name I could pronounce. Winverna. But regardless, there are things that It's starting to level up. Let's just put it that way. Alright, a little more testing now.
My Cormacs will.
This place is an absolute wreck. Oh, look at all those guys down there. Holy smoke. So they're called Rage Flames. I'm not even sure which way to go from here. This way? Far back, save me. That's what they're saying. Well, it does definitely seem to be helping somewhat.
That skill's not ready.
Of course, it would help if I didn't dodge right into the mobs. I hate it with the Eldritch Horrors. Oh, these guys are absolute fanatics, aren't they? There's the Rage Flames. And what is it? There we go. Oh, this place gets grimmer all the time. A Forsaken Eldritch Totem. Okay. Yep.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, we still got a few more, huh? Orvax Champion. We got all sorts of stuff. Ooh, recipe. Savage. Manticore Eye, Syria, Dread Skull, Mark of the Traveler. Ooh, this has got some nice pet bonuses. And another one. Fortress. Alright, so we've gotten 2 new recipes.
Can't do that yet.
Ouch. Get out of there. That was my stupid mistake. Oh, there's another one.
Can't do that yet.
What is that? Oh no, but there's a lot of mobs here. Should probably not be standing right there. New skill actually does work out very well, so long as I can remember not to dodge into the enemies. An opulent chest. Only had a little bit of coin in it, but still, I'll take it. Pretty. Whoa, hi. Dark and Twisted. It's just, I don't know. Send the pets in. Let them do their thing.
That skill's not ready.
I guess we keep going that way. Scavenged plating, huh?
That skill's not ready.
Well, I mean, most of them stay off me. That's progress. At least until I run right smack into them. Sorry about that. Place keeps going and going and going. It's kind of nice that you run into spots where the good guys are fighting. Oh, hello. I don't know what the heck you are, but I'm dragging you back this way. Except that you won't come back all the way this way. You're not dumb. Because of course you aren't. What are you? Wherever you were, we got you. Huh? I don't know what that was even. An entrance there. Hey, Beth were taking care of stuff before I even registered that there was something going on.
That skill's not ready.
And holy smokes, it continues to go on. Okay, we're going to head back. I would say this test is fairly successful. Now, did it keep 100% of the mobs off me? No, because it's still pretty low level at this point. But it helped a ton. So once again, thanks to World Division for the tips and for being incredibly patient as I finally figured it out. And it looks like we're very close to level 50, so we'll be working on getting those the Ember Claw next. But, yeah. She just keeps getting a little better, or I should say her pets keep getting better all the time. And we'll see. Well, we'll see how far she can get next time. Until then, bye for now.